you get your hammer out and absolutely smash the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs
my God.
up. It means...
Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole Reacts, where I, Nicole, react to online marketing guru trainings that I find on the internet. My qualifications for snark and commentary are that I've owned an online marketing company for the last 14 years. In addition to that, I've started 2 non-marketing businesses in that time. So I both needed marketing services myself and provided marketing services to close to 500 different clients. Now, today's person is Frazer Brooks. And before I get into him, just a reminder that the show notes will include links to any resources that I mention, including the original video. And if you want to download your own Nicole Reacts bingo card and play along, a friend of the show, Zoe, has made that for us. And links to their channels are in the show notes as well as the PDF you can download. So looking into Frazer Brooks, he reminded me of somebody. Now, I know that I seem ageless, but I'm at the cusp between Gen X and Millennial. And I'm going to play you a clip of the person that this guy reminds me of. And then when you're watching the video, if you are of this generation and remember this guy, you can leave a comment and agree or disagree with me. So,
get a better job, get an education, free government money programs that you're eligible for free money to buy a new car.
If you were watching TV in the 90s, you probably remember that guy with the question mark suit screaming at you that you could get free money from the government to do stuff. Anyway, there's a Vice little mini video about him and where he's at now. If you want to go watch it, I'll link it in the show notes where I sampled that footage from. But Frazer Brooks is like that guy in his demeanor, which you'll see pretty much the moment we start the video. I've only watched the first couple of seconds, but I got that vibe. Now, a couple of things to know about Frazer Brooks is he is the son of Simon Brooks, who apparently made his fortunes in network marketing. So Frazer Brooks says he's a second-generation network marketer. But what's really funny is if you go on his LinkedIn, this is Frazer Brooks' LinkedIn. And I thought, you know, he talked about being an 8-figure earner in a network marketing company. And so I'm scrolling, and his only work experience seems to have started about 6 years ago, where he's the owner of his own company, not when he was a distributor for the other company. So just like these other gurus, we're not going to find out who he made 8 figures with in terms of the company, probably so that we won't look into it and so that he can appeal to as many people as possible. But I always think it's really funny when someone touts an accomplishment and you can't find evidence of it anywhere. So anyway, he's got a YouTube channel with 48,000 subscribers. I don't know. I'll never understand either. So today's video that I picked to react to is actually kind of interesting. It's called Social Media Tracking Hacks for Your Network Marketing Business. So I think a lot of network marketing companies talk about, you know, following up with people and stuff like that, you know, and if you're following up or messaging with a lot of different people, it can be hard to keep track of that. So in the business world, if we had this kind of problem, we would use a CRM, which is a customer relationship management software, to allow us to track those relationships, you know, see what stage of the sale we were at with this person, you know, a history of communication that happened with this person, that kind of thing. And so what I'm curious about is if he has something a little bit different for network marketers, something a little bit tactical, because let's face it, a lot of these trainings are overpriced and very general. So let's check out the background. So we see there's not going to be a guru trailer. This seems like it's self-filmed, but I will give him credit that at least his background is not distracting. It doesn't look like he is shoved in a corner of his house with a laptop camera that it's like jiggling. It looks like this is going to be a pretty good setup. He's not going to mess around with the background like Ray Higdon did in that video we reacted to, where we watched him position a piece of chart paper for 3 minutes. And that's, I'm sorry, 3 minutes of our lives that you and I will never get back. But anyway, this looks at least moderately professional. So I'll be curious about this guy. So as he starts, tell me if he reminds you of the question mark guy. And let's guess. I think he's going to start actual content actually within the first minute. That's what I think. But let's get started.
Frazer Brooks here, and in this video, I want to share with you a really cool messenger hack to help you keep track of your prospects on social media.
Okay, he snuck that guru trailer in there. Okay, so there is a guru trailer, and I do like his little tiny microphone next to his face, though. I'm gonna look into that. That looks like it might work well for me.
All right, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, do us a massive favor, hit the like, hit the thumbs up. It's the same thing. Smash that subscribe button so you do not miss out on all things social media and network marketing combined. And if you are returning, welcome back. Super excited to see you back here. I hope that you're binging some of the content, whether this is the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 10th, 20th video, or you literally come back here every single week when we release some of these videos. We are actually releasing a lot of YouTube shorts as well, so I hope that you can get some value in those 30 to 45, 60-second little videos that we do as well. And all the engagement, all the love on that is massively appreciated. Thank you so much. So today, I'm going to answer a question that I get sent a lot about Frazer. This is great. I'm recruiting.
Okay, so he's starting at about the 1 minute mark. So I was about right there. He's introducing the question here. And you see that behind him, I think he wrote 2 books, one called I Dare You, and the other one's called I Double Dare You. I think we can guess what his third one might be called if he ever comes out with a third one. But yeah, okay. Curious, he's talking about a messenger hack, but he doesn't seem to have Facebook Messenger open and instead has this piece of paper. So I'm curious how he's going to talk about a Facebook Messenger hack while having this open.
Or I'm having a lot of conversations. I love that free giveaway that you've got because it's made it so easy. If you want it, you can go to FrazerBrooks.com/101 to go ahead and get it, and your recruiting will improve dramatically.
Okay, he's still selling.
I can't keep track of all the conversations I've got. What an amazing problem to have. Like, I've got so many conversations going. I've got so many hot prospects. I've got so many leads. I don't know how to keep track of them. Amazing problem to have.
Okay, just because you're sending messages to someone doesn't mean they're a lead. I'm just going to say it. Like, I email people all the time, but I don't assume everyone I'm communicating with is a potential lead, if that makes sense. Now, if they ask about a product, or if they bring up a problem and then I bring up a product and then they engage with me on that, that's a lead. So I'm curious. I guess it's just easiest to use that word to sound important, but I just want to make the distinction that just because you're talking to someone does not mean you're going to sell them something. There's plenty of people I talk to, colleagues, other vendors, nonprofits that I volunteer for. Like, there's plenty of people I talk to that are not making a direct financial transaction with me. And likely network marketers, same thing.
So I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about maybe 3 different ways. The first way is what I call, and by the way, the third one, like, do not miss the third one. The third one is going to change the game. And to be honest with you, I probably should just do this video on the third one, but I'm going to give you 2 other ones anyway. That's just what we do, right? First one is I call the sticky note system. So sticky notes, and it's a system, hence sticky note system. So you're going to get a pack of sticky notes. You can, if you want, they can be all different colors. If you want, they can be the same colors. It doesn't really matter. Now, each sticky note is going to represent a person, okay? You're going to write their name, what platform you connected with them on, what date it was, and maybe whatever notes that you need. And on a wall in your house or in your office, if you have a space, you're going to require a space for it, you're going to put them up, right? So when you connect with them, they go and...
He stole my idea. Brief freaking pause here. Okay. So please note the timestamp on this post is 68 weeks ago, okay? Over a year ago, I posted this. And I had it in my main office when I was there full time. So I've had this board for at least 5 years. But this is just the last time I posted about it. I'm sure if I went further back in my Instagram, I might have mentioned it a different time. But I just want to show you that Frazer Brooks might have gotten the idea of the sticky notes with the chart paper from yours truly. And by the way, this is my idea board. When I have an idea, I'm not allowed to act on it for at least a year. So when I have an idea, I write it down and I put it on my board. And then if something seems viable, I research it. And then if it moves on, it goes into development. So as you see, I have way more than enough ideas that I can ever act on in my life. But yeah, back to the content. Thanks for listening.
Column 1. When you ask if they're open, you put them into column 2. When they see a presentation, column 3. When you follow up with them, column 4. And then yes or no. Right? So I've connected with them and I'm going to move them because I've asked them the question to see if they're open. They are open. They watched the presentation. They said no. All right? So now I've got loads of people in the no. If they say yes, maybe you have another wall, right? Which is going to be level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 in your organization, and you can move people around.
You could have just shown an example. I feel like just explaining it is confusing. Also, you have this chart paper like you're going to write behind you. So you could have used that to show the method. But anyway.
Okay. This is really good because you have a visual representation of like where people are at. And like, oh, I've got loads of no's. I need to get 3 more people to join before the end of the month to hit a requirement or an incentive or a bonus. I'm going to reach out to all those people to see if they want some more information. Or these guys...
Going to reach out to all the no people. They said no already. God, these people cannot take no for an answer, literally.
Haven't made a decision yet. I'm going to reach out to them. Or these guys said they want more information and they haven't seen the information. I'm going to reach out to these guys. Right? It's a really good way. If you want a digital version of that, you can use Trello. Right? Trello, Trello.com. It's a digital version, really, really cool. If you're not like tech savvy, you can give it a go because it's not that complicated.
Yeah, Trello and Asana are project management systems. Trello is has like a sticky note system. I'm more linear, so I like the Asana list version, but in Asana, you can actually turn on so it's more of a board and less of a list. So you can do the same thing that you would do in Trello in Asana. So, by the way, I have had Asana even when I was working by myself because I had so many different things I was doing and I needed help sort of prioritizing them with different due dates and making sure I did kind of all the little parts of a task. So I think a project management system, even if you're just by yourself, might be really good to look into generally if you run a business.
But I understand not a lot of people like tech. So, but if you're kind of all right on the computer or the laptop, then it's going to be great for you as well. You're going to love it. The second way is very, very simple. Now, in order for me to show this, I need to get my phone out here. So let's do this.
Oh, is he going to share his screen?
Right. It's on Instagram. It's one that works for Instagram. Okay. It's not working. Now it's working. Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
All right. See, this is the first person who's ever talked about an Instagram thing and is actually sharing Instagram to show us how to do it. So you know what? I'm going to give you at least a point, Frazer Brooks, for doing this.
Right. So we're on Instagram. Thank you. And then we go into the messenger, and all we would do is simply flag a conversation. So let's say we've got Amber Estelle Smith, the second one, right? So I'm going to scroll from right to left. I'm going to hit more, and then I'm going to hit flag. Right? And now you see there's a little orange flag on the right-hand side. Let's say I do the same with Let's Green and Grow, which is not their name. It's just their Instagram name, right? Imagine if your name was Let's. Cool. All right. So got 2 flagged. Now, if we want to go and then see all the flagged conversations.
I don't see how it's flagged. Do you guys see how it's flagged? I don't see the orange flag that he's talking about. Although his screen does look like a little cut off, so maybe it's next to the icon of the camera or something. Yeah, I don't see the orange flag. If you do, let me know.
Conversations, we can see where it says my name, Frazer Brooks Online, and then underneath it says search. On the right-hand side of the search, it has the 3 kind of horizontal lines to filter. Click on that, and then you can click flagged. And then all the flagged conversations are going to appear there. That's a great way to keep track of the good conversations that you're having in Instagram Messenger. However, the last one is a Facebook Messenger one. I absolutely love this. I think Facebook is the best platform.
I don't know why he didn't mute his notifications before filming this, but
it's not I would say Facebook is my favorite platform, and I believe it's the best one for people getting results right now. But other platforms are very, very good as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should only use Facebook, but the Messenger is exceptional on Facebook, right? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go into Messenger, and you're going to go into a conversation, right? So Jessie Gallant, she's amazing, based over in Canada. A lot of her content's in France, but in French, sorry. But she's amazing. So let's go on to Jessie, and I'm going to click her name at the top. Okay. Now, you'll see it says theme, emoji, nicknames. I'm going to go on to nickname. I'm going to click her name. And then I'm just going to put an emoji followed by what her actual name is. Okay, so let's go star. And then I'm going to type her name. Okay. Oh, too well. Sorry about that. Okay. Save. Now watch what happens. Her name is now Jessie Gallant. Jimmy is messaging me as well. Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't deserve a star. Not yet. He deserves a heart. That's what you deserve, mate. Or one of them, like a flex emoji, right? So now it says you set the nickname for Jessie Gallant to star Jessie Gallant. I see that. Jessie sees it as well, right? But the reason why I would do this,
Jessie sees it as well. Okay, is Jessie gonna say something, or I don't know. This is kind of, I don't know if I like that the other person knows.
is that I can then go and search for all the people I've put a star next to their name. So we've got Joan, Portia, Jessie, and Olivia. So I'm going to go into Jessie. Now, if Jessie kind of goes, why have you changed my name with a star? Because I think you're a star person. I think you're a star. I think you're awesome. Now, we can do this.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to tell a random story. So, like the first year I was in business, one of my clients was a real estate guy. He also happened to be one of the cheapest people you've ever met in your life. So he was not going to buy MailChimp. You know, he had a list of about 10,000 people, and he was not going to pay however much a month that MailChimp was charging at that time. So they've always had like the free plan where you get like 1,000 or 1,500 contacts. So he was clearly well above that. So what he decided to do instead was get all of these people into different lists. This is back when MailChimp, instead of charging you by the amount of contacts you had, it charged you by the size of your list. So he said, okay, rather than having one list of 10,000, I'm going to have like 6 lists of 2,000 or less than that, right? And so what he did is he came up with a system of basically putting someone in a category based on what he perceived as their buying power, okay? So there was gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin, and then there was a list of fellow real estate agents and a list of bank people. And so when he'd have an open house, say for a $2 million home, he would just message his silver and gold people and the other real estate agents or something like that, right? Or if right, so like kind of knowing what people were looking for, right, would make that possible. So he was so non-tech that it was a spreadsheet, and he literally checked off what they were in, and I was in charge of importing it. And he assigned to me as copper. I like that he couldn't bring himself to assign me as tin, but he assigned me as copper. I was living in a 200 square foot apartment, but I just thought that was hilarious. So if you're classifying people, like they can, I guess it's good to know that they can see it, right? So if someone's like a bad lead, you wouldn't make their emoji a poop emoji or something. Anyway, this is so funny.
Just come off the recording there. Okay. What we can do is we can set a star for prospects. We could set one of them, whether it's high five or pray or praise, I don't know, right? We can set one of them for people who we need to follow up with, right? We could set a flex emoji for everyone who we think is a strong prospect. We could set a love heart emoji for anyone who's in the team. We could do whatever we want. Maybe if they're level 1 in the business, you can put a love heart. Maybe if they're level 2, you can put 2. If they're level 3, you can put 3 love hearts. And that way you can easily look through and see who the people are you need to connect with and why you need to reconnect with them. This is one of the biggest hacks that you can do on...
Where you can just get a CRM. It'll do all that and more without you having to like put emojis and sort things on your phone.
Social media for your network marketing business. Whether you use the sticky note system in real life on Trello, you use or you use this flagged system on Instagram and the nickname system on Facebook, whichever one you do, make a decision that you're going to use it. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to use. Are you going to go sticky note style, or are you just going to go with the flag process on Instagram, or are you going to go with the nickname solution on Facebook? Let me know down below, because I want to make sure that I want to see what's your style, what's your flavor, what's the way you like to go. And then once you do that, feel free to share this video with your network marketing friends and family. If you want to improve your recruiting skills, right, so you can get back better at tracking as well, because the more people you're speaking to, the more people you need to track. The more people you need to track, the better you're going to get. Is go to FrazerBrooks.com/101 to get the free giveaway.
Also, like, what happens when like you have a phone conversation and finish it up on Messenger and then you send them information via email? Like, what if you're talking to them in a bunch of different ways? How do you track that across systems, except with a CRM? Just saying, like, he acts like he does this, but I think I'm betting he has a CRM.
Right, the free PDF, which is literally step by step what to do with this response, that response, script. It's going to help you get better at inviting, following up, and closing. Lastly, you would be doing me a huge favor if you get, I probably should have just caught it. That would have been left-handed, right? If you get your hammer out and absolutely smash the subscribe button, give us a thumbs
my God.
up. It means the absolute world to me and the channel. We are getting very close to 50,000 subscribers. And when we hit that mark, we've got something very special that we're going to be doing consistently. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.
See what I mean? He's totally like the question mark guy. All right, so what did we learn from Frazer Brooks? Well, as usual, we didn't learn too much, although I will say I give him points for actually showing us how to do the things with his phone versus Christy. I'll link that training below in case you haven't seen it, but she literally kept talking about Instagram. It was on a Zoom call that was recorded, and instead of like pulling up and sharing her screen, she kept like just showing it like this. And then you couldn't see anything because it was blurry and crooked. And yeah, so at least he made the effort to show how the technology worked. And as you saw, it's not like it takes a lot of extra time to do that, but it does make things a lot clearer. So you know what? He gets points for that. But we actually only learned two things in this broadcast. Number one is that at a certain point in your business life, you're going to be having a lot of conversations with people. And at some point, you're going to realize that they fall into different categories, whether they're, you're prospecting or whether they're like a lead, whether you've sent them a proposal or whatever. And at some point, you're going to have to start tracking them in some way. And I don't know why he doesn't suggest a CRM, but he suggests these methods instead of a CRM, which is, using sticky notes, whether that's physical sticky notes that you would put on a sheet of paper, like you saw my example of mine, or you could use digital sticky notes if you use an online project management system like Trello or Asana. You could actually make digital sticky notes and actually, move the sticky notes as the person's relationship or, progresses or doesn't. You can flag Instagram messages. And so you can sort your messages by flagged messages, and you can rename conversations with people on Facebook by adding an emoji in front of their name. And that might help you classify where they are in your sales process, but just know that they can see that. So, maybe don't pick certain emojis for this sort of purpose. So I do think Frazer Brooks knows what he's talking about. I think his background, he was well lit. The background was nice. You could hear him well. He put a lot more effort than some of these people do. I'm looking at the imitator guru trainings. I'll link some of them below. But yeah, I don't think just because someone has good ideas and tactics does not mean that it's going to work in network marketing. And there are two reasons that I think this. Number one is that only like 0.2% of people in most network marketing companies make a livable income. Just look at income disclosure statements and you'll see this reflected. And I don't know about you, I'm not really somebody who plays the lottery or anything. So I would rather take a much higher bet that if I go to a job or if I'm working in my own business and doing work that I will get paid versus hoping that I am of the 0.2% of the company who is going to get paid enough for me to live. But the second thing is that your performance in these companies depends on the people below you, the people you recruit. And it's one thing if you have coworkers and you're working on a project together, but imagine if you don't get a project done on time at work. It's not like, well, you know, these two guys didn't do their part, so all of you are getting docked on your pay. That would feel gross, right? No, that's not how it works. You either get paid for your time or you get paid a salary. You're getting an income for the work that you put in, not dependent on other people. And that's how it should be. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to see past Nicole Reacts videos, there's a playlist on YouTube. If you're watching that there, or if you go on our website, there is a Nicole Reacts category in the blog. And those are two great places to kind of see more. I do other videos, I do other blogs, but yeah, that's where everything is aggregated. And if you have a guru, a video, a topic you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments section. And if you're more shy, you can also reach out through the website contact form and I will get that. So have a great rest of your day and see you next time. Take care.